Absolutely wonderful morning out there in Cyberland. Awesome afternoon and exciting evening for everyone out there in Cyberland. This is Carla from the Learn English by Speaking English show, and we are here to speak in English. Now, there's something you guys need to begin to understand, and it is you come here to make mistakes. The reason I say that is that's how you learn. You don't learn being perfect, and no one's perfect. You can only be the perfect you, the perfect Victor, the perfect Kwang, the perfect Sonia, the perfect Carla, the perfect Dom, but you cannot be anything other than yourself. So you need to relax, just come, speak, have some fun. I am going to begin sharing this out in a moment, but I want to tell you that, like always, the show is now always you can always watch it on YouTube, but you need to join it by coming to the face. You can watch it on Facebook. You can join it by the Giggle Fest University link. And it's the only way you can do it. No one has any other way of doing this. And I'm so excited to be here and to have you guys here and a part of my show. And let me go over the rules very quickly. Number one, if you're a boy or a man, you must have your camera on. Because when you have your camera on, basically I can see your expressions and I know if you understand or not. But if you don't have your camera on, I have trouble knowing what you understand and what you don't understand. And it makes it easier for me to be able to guide you through the English process. Now, there are people, the ladies, it's a little different. There are women who may not be allowed to come in using their camera. And for that, I will make an exception. But I also highly recommend that you speak to your family and see if you can change it. Sonia was able to change it. I think it changed her ability to feel more confident speaking English. Don't be afraid. No one really cares about your mistakes. They're more concerned about themselves. You're here to have fun. Number two, please keep your mic closed until I ask you to open it, except for Huang, who should have her mic open. Victor should have his mic. His mic is open, and Sonia does. Anyone else needs to have their mic closed until we are actually speaking to them. And number three, remember, come dressed appropriately. That's, you're wearing a nice top. We can see that. And remember, you are showing yourself to the world. And when you are showing yourself to the world, you want to make a good impression for your country. Victor, please put on your mic. And number four, remember, you must be sitting up in bed. Sitting up, not in bed, laying down. This is a classroom. Treat it like a classroom. Victor, I would like you to take over for a tiny bit. Remember, they do an introduction first. And I'm very happy to have another English speaker here today. And I'm going to put, I just put the link for YouTube in the chat for Zoom, and I will be sharing it on Facebook very, very soon. Victor, will you please introduce yourself?
My name is Victor Irving Jenkins. I am an entrepreneur and speaker and DoorDash food deliverer. Anyone
What
who
is
doesn't know,
DoorDash?
I'm introducing myself right now. Anyone who
But
doesn't know
remember,
what,
there are people in the world who have no idea what DoorDash is. It's only in this country.
Right.
anyone who doesn't know what DoorDash is, we can talk about that as part of our conversations today. As I was saying, we are going to thank Carla for having this show today. We're going to thank her for setting this up. Otherwise, we would not be able to exchange conversation as we are. And one thing I want to bring to your mind, if we weren't doing this right now, what would we be doing? What would we be doing that's as important as what we are doing? Now that's Victor, that's me. Each of us will say a few words about who we are, and then after we do that, then I'll get into what I think is an interesting topic, and I already picked one out while listening to the beginning of this. So after myself, let's go with someone who I don't know very well, and that's Sonia.
You go through the co-hosts first, Sonia and Huang, and then to Dom.
Well, I was going to Sonia.
Okay. I didn't know if you knew the routine.
Hello, Sonia. Nice outfit.
Thank you, Victor, and hello, Huang, and everyone, and Victor, Carla, Dom, and especially whoever will join us today.
Tell me about you, Sonia. Who are you? Where are you? And most importantly, how are you today?
Okay, thank you, Victor, for giving me a chance in order to speak here. My name is Sania Murtaza, and I'm from Pakistan. Currently, I'm speaking from the capital city of Pakistan, that is Islamabad. I am student. I have done my graduation in clinical psychology, and now I have applied for my master's program in UK. So for that reason, I have to appear in IELTS exams that will be conducted at the end of this March. So I spend my whole day preparing for my IELTS exams. And besides that, I am also doing a creative content writing for one of the online websites. And I have also served as an assistant psychologist in 2 hospitals of Islamabad. And now I'm here joining Carla's show on a regular basis in order to know people around the world and talk to them. Thank you, Victor.
And thank you, Sonia. Let's move on to, Doctor, there's lots of talk about how to pronounce your name. So right now, when you introduce yourself, please pronounce your name properly. I was talking to a man from Vietnam who's in my Toastmasters Club, and he told me I was saying your name wrong. And the last thing I want to do is say your name wrong. So, ladies and gentlemen, I know she's a doctor, and I can say that right, so the doctor.
Hi. Hi, Carla. Hi, Victor. And hi, everyone. I'm so happy to be here now. My name is Hương. I'm from Vietnam. Just call me Hương. I'm living and working in the city. It's about 100 kilometers away from Hanoi, the capital of Vietnam. and it's just about 40 kilometers away from the nearest airport. So if you want to visit my country in the north, you can land on there and ping me, and hopefully I will have the chance to pick you up and also take you around to visit my place. And I am a teacher, a lecturer in a government university. I have been teaching marketing, economics, and international business for more than 17 years with more than 10,000 students. I'm so proud of them, and I'm happy for my teaching journey. Yeah, teaching is my passion. Yes. Apart from that, I really love talking with international friends. So that's why I keep joining Carla's show to learn more and to communicate with more people from different parts, different countries, all around the world. So that's why I'm available and ready to be here to welcome all of you. Thank you so much.
Please say that name again, Huang. Is that right,
Carla,
Huang?
Carla, want to say something?
No, say your name again. And Huang, you do not sound very good. Are you sick today?
Is it better now?
Actually,
No,
yes.
yes, but can I please, are you feeling all right? Your voice sounds a little sick.
My voice is sick.
It sounds like you have a cold. And Eric, I don't know you, but you need to have your camera on or we will need to remove you. Are you feeling all right?
Yeah, I'm all right.
Okay. Eric, I suggest you go out and you come back because everything down, your Zoom camera, your Zoom, your phone, and your browser, and restart everything, and your video should be working well. If you have another problem, let me know and we'll let you come as you are. But please try that first. Thank you. Okay, you're feeling all right?
Yes, I'm all right.
Okay. Eric, I am going to have to put you in the waiting room until you do as I asked, unless you have a note telling me why. Okay, we're going to put him in the waiting room until he leaves and he comes back. Okay, Victor,
Let's
go
move
on.
on to let's move on to Dom. Dom, introduce yourself and make sure I'm saying your name properly. Too.
Yeah. Hello, Victor. Hello, Carla. Hello, everyone. My name is Dam. Yeah, I come from Vietnam. Now I'm living and working the south of Vietnam. I'm 33 years old. My job, I'm working on the Vietnam television. My job is fixing electronic devices. I am an electronic engineering. Yeah, I want to improve myself every day. I want to learn English because it's helped me to uh, manage change for job, and I can learn something new on the internet by English because English is the international language. And besides, I want to learn English because this music or the film they say talk by English. That's the reason I want to join the Carla show for practice English for with you and with everyone. Yeah, thank you.
It is I who thanks you.
Yeah.
Carla, there are two people in the waiting room. Shall I let them in or will you?
Yeah, I'll do it now, but in the future, if you see them, just let them in.
Okay.
Okay. And
Dom.
if Eric, when he comes in, we should ask him to tell us what's going on with his camera, if
Okay.
it's not working now.
Meanwhile, hello, Muhammad Sadiq. Did I say your name properly?
Hello, Victor. How are you, sir?
I am fine, Muhammad. Thank you for joining
Uh,
us. Why don't you
you,
take a
you.
few minutes and tell us about you, Muhammad, who you are, how you are, what you are, even when you are. Take a few minutes to do that.
Okay, sir. Sir, first of all, please let me know if my voice is clear to you, all of you. And if my voice has no issue, then I would like to proceed about my. So please let me know if I have my voice clear to you all.
Your voice is clear to me. How does everyone else feel about his voice?
It's
Okay,
fine.
sir. Okay, sir. So let me introduce myself. My name is Muhammad Sadiq, and I belongs from Quetta, Pakistan. And I am the student of computer engineering, the final year student, and I have the specialization in the industry of embedded systems, computer programming, especially development side and application generating side. So these are all my specializations. You can also go through my LinkedIn profile. Also, you will find a lot about myself, and that's all. I think so. It's about myself.
Excuse me, Saki,
Yes, yes.
slow down your speech a little more. You're doing a lot better than you did before, but keep it slow because it's sometimes hard to understand you. The sounds are a little different. So when you slow down, it's easier to understand your words. You're doing beautifully. Victor, do you want to continue the interview of him, please?
Yes, so Muhammad, tell us how you are today. How are you feeling? What's in your heart? Are you happy? Are you sad? Talk about how you are, Muhammad. How do you feel?
Well, sir, thank you so much for asking such a great question for me, sir. By the way, I'm very fine and I'm happy now today, and there is nothing wrong with me. And my today also goes busy and somehow tricky also because I got a lot of tasks to my university. Since I also mentioned I was a student was in computer engineering. So today,
Slow down a little. Seriously, one word at a time.
okay, ma'am.
Before you, Muhammad, before you go on, I want to actually commend you on your command of the language. Granted,
Yeah.
granted, you have a great enough command of the language to speak quickly as you are. However, I think the point that Carla wants to make is that everyone doesn't have that command. So, in a sense, you're teaching people how to speak English. There are people who don't speak as well as you, and some of them may be using you as an example. So slow it down.
Well
Okay,
said.
okay, sir, ma'am, and so Victor, I really got both of you. So you guys just wants me to speak slowly, word by word, so that all of our
Yep.
team members, yeah, so that all of our members that are currently joining us can understand me, my words, what I'm talking about, what I'm saying it. So I totally got you, ma'am, and I'm assuring you that I will be next time. I will always talk in such a way, like word by word and slowly. I understand you, ma'am. Thank you so much by letting me like that.
And you're
Thank you.
doing a great job now. It just makes it easier for people who are not native speakers, who are not listening to the words as clearly, to understand when you speak slower. I can understand you. I understood every word you said. But then I thought of people like Dom, where it's becoming, this is new. And when you slow down, it makes it easier for them to hear what you're saying. You're not only speaking to me and Victor, you're speaking to the world right now. So go on, Mohammed. You're doing a great, great job. I'm very proud of you.
Yeah, ma'am. Actually, ma'am, when I lost time, when in the last session I joined you, and then I have some certain questions to ask from you. I was asking about my grammar because whenever I'm just speaking English, I have 2 to 3 issues. The first one is I'm just thinking about whether I have to have a good command on the vocabulary, or it's just I had to have just competence speak. And secondly, as today you mentioned, my all
One
my
question
friends.
at a time. One question at a time, because I'll forget. You do not need to worry about grammar when you are speaking.
Okay.
When you learn to speak in any language, your language, you just speak. You're a baby. You learn to say mommy, daddy. You learn to say sentence thoughts. I want milk. And you say that to your mom and dad in your own language. Grammar is not an issue. That's what we're doing now. We learn to speak. After we learn to speak, when we're about 6, maybe 5 years old, we begin to learn to read. And that's more difficult because we're putting the sound and the symbol together. And the most difficult thing to do is to read. And when you begin reading, what happens is another thing. Writing, did I say reading or writing? I'm talking about writing in any case. When you begin to learn to write, then you need to learn some grammar, because you need to write it in a way that everyone understands. But when you're speaking, it's not important. When you're speaking, the only thing that is important is your is your ability to speak. And you have a good command of the language. But for someone like Sonia, who doesn't speak English as her first language, it could be very difficult. So that's why I asked you to slow down. We're doing the first part. Think of yourself as a baby learning to read, learning to speak right now. And that's where we are at this point. Does that make sense to you?
Yes.
Let's move to our next guest, Carla.
He had one more question, so I want him to ask it, and then we'll move on. What was your second question?
Yeah, ma'am, I just want to add something. I want to share something with you guys. Ma'am, at the very beginning of my PS, my bachelor generally, when I was at my first and second semester, and these days when I go to presentations about anything else related to my course, my semester, anything else, okay? So this time, okay, so that time when I goes and just tries to present something else through my class, for my class, and whenever I start to speak, you know what, I just feel that I'm lacking something. I just feel that I'm not perfect by this. I feel that that I have now, but not have the ability to speak in English. So these days, I just lost my confidence totally. But gradually, when I just proceed and I just take courses in English language, especially my field, my programming languages, development side, embedded system from different university. Like I did the specialization.
Okay, let me stop you because there are other people coming and other people need that chance to speak. Let me answer your question because I think it is what it is. You want to gain your confidence. Number one, in gaining your confidence, you need to slow down. You want to talk so fast. Your English, we already told you. Victor said it, I am saying it again. Your English is fine for a second language. Yes, it can be improved. But you're not starting at a beginning level where you're first learning to say hello. You should have heard Huang when she first came. I could barely get her to say hello, let alone anything else. The same thing with you. It takes time. It takes patience. Your English is fine. We are understanding you. It's just easier for someone from your country to understand you when you slow down. The sounds are different from Urdu to English. And you need to, that's something that's a little difficult to understand, but it'll come in time. Anyway, do you have anything else? Because I really need to go on to the next person.
No, ma'am, thank you so much. You can proceed to the next member. Thank you so much for having me. Thank you so much.
And another thing, hang out, listen. The more you learn to listen to what other people are saying, the more you're going to learn. So listening is as important. You cannot talk to someone and have a conversation if you are not listening to what they are saying. But okay, so there's two things. One is speaking. We know you can speak. When you don't understand, you say, I don't understand. Not a big deal. It's better you say that than you keep on talking. You know, someone could be talking about planets and all of a sudden you're talking about riding a bicycle. You want to stay on the topic, okay? Does that make it clear?
Yeah, ma'am, I totally understand you, ma'am. Thank you, ma'am. I will also try myself to speak others. That's why I'm trying to join the session like this. And I'm really thankful to you that you had provided such a great program for us so that we people can polish ourselves. Ma'am, I'm really very
thank you. We need to move on. Really.
Okay, ma'am.
Thank you from the bottom of my heart. I really appreciate hearing this. And actually, it all started with Rehan Alwala, my friend. So we're going to move on. I've never spoken to Eric, but I see that he has been teaching English or talking to people in English. So let's find out a little about him. Eric, can you open up your mic, please?
Hello. Hi. Good morning from South America. I live in Ecuador. I don't know if you have ever heard about my country, but here.
Slow down. Yes, I have.
All right, cool.
Sure, Victor has too, and Ecuador, from what I've been told, is a very beautiful country. And people, please share this link out to other people so they can come and join us today. Okay, go ahead.
All right, so what do we have to talk about? About myself? Do you want me to introduce?
First, I want to know something about you.
Okay,
Please
okay.
introduce yourself.
All right,
Remember,
cool.
this show goes out on YouTube and it goes out on LinkedIn, and people from all over the world watch this show. They don't know who you are. I don't know who you are. The next time you come, I'll know you. But people watching won't know you unless you introduce yourself.
Okay. For one thing, I'm very thankful for the person who invited me to take part in this meeting. Okay, this is the first time, and I hope to be part of these kind of meetings for the rest of my life. For one thing.
Wonderful.
Whatever. Okay, my name is Erich Gonzalo Huaman Condoy. Okay, my first language is Spanish. I speak Spanish, and I've learned English along the way. You know, I have been learning English for the last 10 years, and now I teach English in a customized way. You know, I'm a private teacher, and I teach what I know. I'm not a traditional teacher, but I consider myself a coach, you know, because when you are a coach, you have to focus on the student. You have to focus on the movements, on how they develop and stuff like that. You know, I work as a personal trainer in the morning, and in the afternoon, I work as an English tutor. All right, cool. What else? I am 36 years old. As I told you before, I'm a personal trainer, I'm an English teacher, and I'm also draw blueprints. I studied architecture when I was living in Spain, so I have 3 professions right now. I do a lot of things. And that's cool because when you have your mind busy, you are happy. I feel happy when I don't have anything to worry about it. I like to serve people. I like to help people. I like to meet new people. That's why I'm speaking English, because I can see that there are a lot of people from many parts of the world. And that's something cool because we are doing this by using English as a lingua franca, as a bridge which can allow us to have this kind of communicative engagements.
Wonderful.
Okay, I have a song, and I'm not married. I'm single, and I live alone, and I'm doing all right for myself this way. I love the way I live.
Wonderful. So you're not married. Do you live alone or do you live with your son?
I live alone. You know, here in my country is something like, you know, it's normal to have children and don't get engaged. It's something normal. I had my son when I was 27 years old, and unfortunately, the relationship that I had with my son's mom didn't work. Okay, so no problem. Easy way. Okay, you are for your side, I'm for my side, and I helped him with the passport. You know, I pay for this. I don't know how to say this word in English. Child support. Yes, I pay child support, and I see him on weekend, Saturday and Sunday. That's the way we do here in Latin America.
Excellent. Now, tell me something.
Okay.
Because I want to know more about you. Your English is very good. How long have you been speaking in English?
I started to learn English on my own since 2010. So
in the past 2 years?
Yes, in the last 10 or 11 years. Yes, I've been learning English on my own.
Okay, so you said 2010, not 2020.
No.
Right?
2010, 2010, 2010. Yeah, that's right.
Yeah,
I learned it when I was living in Spain. You know, I get enrolled in the Spanish army, so they sent us to Afghanistan and to Lebanon. And the only way to communicate with Arabic people is by knowing English. And so that's why I decided that this language will carry me far ahead. Yeah, that's right.
Wonderful.
Yeah, I've done a lot of things this last 20 or 15 years with my life.
You've done a lot.
Yeah,
you
yeah, yeah.
Be proud of yourself.
I'm active, and I recommend all of you to be active, to do something, to do burpees, to walk, to run, to lift weights, whatever. But don't stay still. Don't be quiet all the time, because your body needs movement. Your body needs explore. Your body needs action. That's what I recommend for you to have a happy life. Let me tell you.
Well, I agree with that. In fact, my father was an orthodontist, and he actually kept practicing orthodontia when he was 72. He had to quit because he had Parkinson's and it was becoming hard for him to do it. So it's very, very important to stay active and keep your mind working.
That's
and
right.
I think Victor may be able to say something to that too. Victor?
Oh, I can, and I'm not muted. I would prefer, though, to hear more from the guests that we haven't heard from, because as you know, I can talk a blue streak.
I know, and do you have a question for the guests?
No, I think he's done a great job in articulating who he is, how he is, and what he is. Let's hear from Muhammad.
Well, I have one more question for him. Eric, where did you find out about the show?
About this job, which job? Sorry.
Yeah. Where did you find out about this show?
About this show. Okay. I misunderstood. I thought you said job. Okay, you said show.
You did a great thing, because what you did was you said, I did not understand. Please let me know. The more you do that, the more you're going to be really communicating.
Okay,
so
cool.
Who told you about this?
Well, a member of this show told me about the send me the link. So she's Sania Khan. Sania, she's my friend. Well, she's acknowledged.
Wonderful. Do you know that we have someone from Ecuador, Pakistan, Vietnam, the US? Yeah, we have Ecuador, the US, Vietnam, 4, Pakistan, 4 different countries.
And then you have California.
California is not a country. It's part of the US.
They want to be a country, but they don't.
Well, California, we won't talk about that. You're right. California feels like they're a country.
They say, we are the Golden State.
So, I forgot to do something. But the important thing here is that we have such a wide variety. And if it wasn't for Zoom, we wouldn't even be able to be here. Technology has done so much for all of us in the world. Do you have anything else you want to say, Sonia? Do you want to say hello to your friend?
Yeah, we have been talking for a while, so I already know everything about him. So you people should continue with him.
Now, what would you like to say to him? I'm giving you an opportunity, Sonia.
Obviously, I will just welcome him to this community or this group.
I really appreciate it. Thank you very much, Tanya. Wherever you are, whoever you were, thank you very much. You're nice. You're nice. Like it.
Carla, she might be a little shy because there's one other thing that we have here if she says something, and it's called witnesses. Anything that she says, we'll all know what she said. Same thing with Eric. Shall we move to our next guest, Carla?
Yes, we will. Right
Okay.
now.
Muhammad, the second person named Muhammad, please pronounce your last name for us and then tell us where you are and tell us who you are, tell us what you are, and more importantly, tell us how you are. You have the floor, Muhammad.
Okay. Thank you so much for giving me this opportunity to introduce myself. I'm Carl Muhammad Akib. I basically belong to Attak. It is the ancient city of Pakistan. And right now I'm student. I am doing MS in clinical psychology. Beside this, I also work as a clinical psychologist, as an internee psychologist in combined military hospital, as well as Benazir Bhutto Hospital in Rawalpindi.
Okay, you're sort of going in and out. My internet is working today very well. Akib, if you only have, oh good, you have your complete name. You don't know this, Victor, but I'll have Muhammad Akib explain it. What name do you want to be called, Akib? Muhammad or Akib?
I guess we shan't be calling him anything.
No, he's having some internet issues like normal. You said you wanted to ask everyone a question. What is it? What did you want to ask, Victor?
Not necessarily a question. However, I noticed that someone new is coming in. I noticed that this thing called filler words in every language, in every person that I have heard over the years, from time to time they say and I was wondering, is that important where they normally speak? Muhammad Sadiq, you think that you can answer that question?
I'm sorry, sir. Can you please rephrase what you had said?
Sometime when we're speaking, in between our words, mixed in our sentences, every language, every place in the world, people say Is that something that you notice on a daily basis?
Hello.
Do you understand the question, Mohammed?
Yeah, sir, I want to answer this question, sir. Sir, I experienced this sort of, this sort of experience many times. Like once we have a teacher, well, when he's our instructor, when he's teaching to us. So whenever I just feel that he's lacking something, like he just say blah 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 blah, like he just continues some sort of vibration, some sort of continuity to just have, just to have this voice continuously on. You know what? He just tries that his pregnancy continuously to be go on. I personally have an issue whenever when I was just talking about something else, and when I found that I just Yes, ma'am.
Excuse me, you're doing this again. You are speaking too fast. We also need you to be very concise because there are other people. And actually, we had just had someone join the show who needs to introduce himself. No, you're not listening. You're so anxious to talk that you keep on talking and talking. You need to put your thoughts together and say it very briefly. Now, I didn't hear the whole question. Could you repeat the question, Victor, please?
In many parts of the world, in many languages, in between words, people use ahs and ums and ers, which are not really words. Is that important for you on a daily basis?
It may be. I'm going to answer. It may be because when you're nervous, that's when you use those words.
True, but nobody teaches you to do that. So I wonder how it even happens.
It's from when I was younger and in high school, I was told that those are words that we put in when we are nervous and they automatically come. It's not, it happens everywhere. And public speaking does make people very, very nervous. Now, we need to be very careful about having someone speak the second time when someone just came to the show. The show is going to end in 10 minutes. So in about 15 minutes at most. Muhammad Sadiq, what do you want us to call you? Do you want us to call you Sadiq or Muhammad?
No, ma'am. Actually, our family members and my siblings call me Sadiq. Here in our country, we are just called by our second names. But internationally, we are called by our first names. Like you are calling me Muhammad. It's not a matter of issue. But I would prefer you to call me with my second name because here in our Pakistan, most of the peoples have their first name as Muhammad. So there is a, there is a confliction between them. So it will be a good if you call them by their second names. I think so.
Okay.
I've learned something. I've learned something. That's a big deal.
Right. That was something that Rayhan had taught me way back when I was beginning. And that's why I always ask, what do you want me to call you? Because I asked that question. Some people have turned that around a little. But for the most part, everyone does use the last name. And Eric, I will need to remove you if you don't show your face. We don't want to look at your blinds. I don't mean to be rude, but we do have someone who just joined, and I want that person to quickly introduce himself, and we'll come back to that question. That question that you asked, Victor, is a very good question, but for people who are just beginning to learn to speak, it's a very difficult question because many people are not aware that they're using those fill-in words.
Okay. Okay. Got it.
And it's like we're here with new people learning to speak. So that's why I don't even address it normally. Eric, if we cannot see your face in total, I will need to remove you. I'm
Sonia
sorry.
has her hands raised. Sonia has her hand raised.
Sonia, thank you. Sonia,
Okay.
what do you want to say?
Carla, I just wanted to enlighten the question that Victor asked, because in Pakistan, the same thing we called is as a taking pause in conversation, and it is totally considered in an opposite way. Like here, when people use like this kind of words that are called filler words, I just knew it now from the Victor. So this is when we are thinking what to speak further. So
Right.
we consider these things as that the person is taking pauses in conversation in order to think what he has or she has to speak further.
Right. And that's a very important point you brought up. Actually, I had meant to say that too. And I forgot, you said it very clearly. And anyone like Eric who is not showing his face completely, I am going to remove again. When you are here, you are supposed to be paying attention to the show. If you need to be walking around and you need to be doing other things, that's okay. You can leave and come back another time. But I need you to be here. This is a classroom, and I treat it as a classroom. Very well said, Sonia. See how you have improved? Your confidence is growing. Okay, Abdullah, I'm going to give you a chance to talk. You do not have much time. We are ending this show in 5 minutes. Please unmute and introduce yourself. We cannot hear you, Abdullah.
His mic is off. Turn on your mic.
Okay, you know what?
I'm sorry. Hello.
Introduce yourself, please.
Okay. My name is Abdullah. I come from Pakistan and I live in
And
Karachi.
I have said this to you many times. Speak slower. If you cannot follow directions, you do not need to be here.
Okay. I'm sorry. My name is Abdullah. I come from Pakistan and I live in Karachi and I'm a student in first year. And that's it.
What are you studying?
I'm studying commerce, same in business, finance.
Okay, what do you want to do with finance?
I want to become in finance, so that's why I'm studying commerce.
Okay, there are all different types of finance. What do you want to do with it?
Manager.
Manager of what? You could be a manager of a store. You could be a manager of a bank. What do you want to manage?
Manager in the at office, not in bank. And like office in office also in finance in different different finance like a room here in my country.
Okay, Victor, would you like, Sonia, would you like to speak with them to give you a chance?
Yeah, Carla, absolutely. Okay, so Abdullah, as you have
Yes.
told us so many times that you want to become manager in a bank. So why did you choose this field instead of other fields? Why did you give preference to this field?
Okay, I like in this field, so that's why I had to choose in this field.
Okay, and why did you like it? Were you influenced by someone, or you just suddenly choose the subjects as every Pakistani student does?
No, and my friend and my relative also told me, and he said me, if you want to work in a bank and for like finance, so you will have to choose in the commerce. So that's why I had choose.
Okay, so do you want to only work or start your own company or something like that? Or do you want to work under someone?
Yes, I work in bank because my some relative they also working in a bank.
Okay, that's great. So do you have any else future plans beside this?
Yes, I have, but first I wanna improve my English. So after that, I will be thinking in my future.
Okay, so Abdullah, as you are saying that you want to work in a bank, so I don't think so that they require any person who is efficient in speaking English. So why are you like running after speaking English or learning English then?
Okay, well, because my every subject in English here in Karachi, and only two subject, one is Urdu and other is Islamiyat. It is easy for me, but English is very difficult for me. And other things is that in bank, nobody in speak English, and some people they just speak English in little bit, not in fluently. And other things I like English, so that's why I want to improve my English.
Okay, so beside English, what are your other interests? As you mentioned that you like to learn English. So what else do you love to do beside learning English?
Because I'm interesting in this language, and other
No,
things I have.
Abdullah, you didn't quite understood my question. I said that you
You know
told me.
what, Sonia? Let me stop you for a moment. If he didn't, how many times have I said to you, Abdullah, if you don't understand, you say, I do not understand.
Yes.
Did you know? No. How many times have I said that to you?
Many time you told me if you don't understand, so you can say I don't understand.
Did you understand Sonia's question?
In this question, I was confusion in this question.
Okay. What are you supposed to do if you do not understand the question?
Okay, I'm sorry. Next time I will say I
No,
don't understand.
I asked you a question. What did I ask you? I asked you a specific question. What do you say if you do not understand?
So I said you I don't understand.
Why didn't you say that to her? This is not the first time I am talking to you about it. I have spoken to you every time you come to the show about this. And you keep doing it. And that tells me you are not learning anything. There is no reason for you to be here because you do not listen. You send me messages and you do not listen when I say I will talk to you on the show. You keep sending messages. I ignore them now. I don't read them. We keep talking to you. Same thing every time you come. I want you to take a week off from the show. And when that week ends, I will consider having you back the next week. But from now on,
Carla,
I need a break. Yes.
Carla, let's validate that he understands all what you just said.
True. That's a very good point. Do you want to help with that? And I'm going to lock the room. We just had someone else join. I'm going to lock the room now.
Abdullah,
Why don't you try? Because I know that I'm kind of done with the conversation.
It's
Hi,
easier.
Kyra.
It's easier sometimes to feel what someone is saying, but also the words are important. Now, do you understand what Carla is trying to say? Do you have a clear idea?
You know what? Let's start with asking him to tell me what I just said. And let's make it a little easier. Thank you, Victor. What did I tell you about listening?
Okay, you told me if you don't understand, so you say, I don't understand, please, could me repeat?
Now, Victor, he has told me this more than once. So I know he understands. The next question is, what did I tell you about coming to the show next week?
I'm sorry, I forgot.
Oh, you forgot, but this is very important. I think you need to take a week off and just listen to the show. Because
you see, Carla thinks that you are not learning. The only way that she knows that you are learning is if you improve. And you improve by actually saying the words, I don't understand, when you don't understand. To her, it's as though you don't want to say, I don't understand for some reason, but she thinks that a lot of the times you don't understand. Can you respond to that?
Okay.
Victor, ask you a question.
Tell me what, see, I'm gonna try it again. Is it true that sometimes you don't understand, but you don't say that you don't understand? Is that true?
Yes, sometime happening, I don't understand, and some words, and sometime in confusion.
Okay, so when the confusion shows up, you can help Carla understand that you are learning by simply saying, sorry, I don't understand. Sorry, I'm confused. Because if you don't say that, two things happen. One, you don't improve. And two, Carla thinks that you're not learning. And
Yes.
I don't think that you want either of those two things to happen. So I suggest that when you don't understand or when you are confused, you decide that you are going to say it. Even if you have to raise your hand in the middle of a sentence, or if you have to push the hand raised button, you must learn by letting us and her know that you don't understand. Because see, sometimes I don't understand. Sometimes Carla doesn't understand. So there's really no shame in not understanding. I mean, a guy as smart as me still doesn't understand. So it's okay not to understand, and it's okay to say so.
Thank you. I got it.
I think he got it.
And
Yes.
even so, I think maybe he got it, but I have had this conversation with him more than once, and he tells me he has got it. So I don't think he is getting it. I think I need a break from him for a week, and then I will be happy to have him come back in the week after. Because this conversation happens every time and we're not getting anywhere. And there's someone here who is new. I want to say hello to her before I close down the show. I spend too much time telling him this. Sadiq, I need to talk to someone new coming to the show now. I'm sorry. Hi, Kiara. Can you please unmute? Open up your mic.
Yes. Hi, everyone.
Hi.
Carla.
Please introduce yourself. Huang, do you want to say hello to her? First of all, introduce yourself, and then I'm going to ask Huang to talk. She hasn't had much of a chance today.
Okay. So, well, my name is Kiara. I'm from Ecuador. And specifically, I live in Loja City, in the suburb of my country. And well, I'm 20 years old. And well, I'm here to learn English. Mm-hmm.
Yeah, and didn't I invited you to the kids show, the Sunday show, because I think that'll be good for you. What time is it in Ecuador right now?
It's 12:14.
You know what? We are in the same time zone.
Oh, I see. Mm-hmm.
Yeah, we can definitely, it'll be, when we do it on Sunday, it's the same time. It'll be 11 a.m. your time.
Okay.
So please, yeah. And what are you studying? I forgot.
Sorry, I didn't catch that.
Excellent. Very good. You knew you did not catch it, and you said, I don't understand. Please repeat in so many words. Tell me, Kiara, what do you study? You are a student.
Yeah, I'm a student and I'm studying to be a school teacher. Mm-hmm.
Oh, and what do you want to teach?
A subject called literature, Spanish and literature.
Wow. Do you want to teach high school age children?
Yes. It's good to work with high school students. Mm-hmm.
Great. What is one of your favorite books?
Well, there is a book called, I don't know the name in English, but in Spanish is El Caballero de la Armadura Oxidada, but I don't know how to translate it in English, but yeah,
okay.
I like it.
We have someone else from Ecuador. Maybe he can translate it. Eric, can you translate the name?
Okay.
All right, Kiara, can you please repeat again the name of the book?
Oh, sure. It's El Caballero de la Armadura Oxidada by Robert Fisher. Yeah.
El Caballero de la Armadura Oxidada.
It's like the night of, I don't know.
Yeah, I know. Yeah. Okay, let me see. Because this name is like classic, it's classic literature, right?
Mm-hmm. Yes. let me see if I find the name in English. Yeah. The knight in rusty armor. I don't know if I pronounced that correctly, but it's the knight in rusty armor. That's the book.
Reunite in crusty armor.
R-U-S-T-Y. Armor. Yes.
Very good. I am sorry, I wanted to end the show 10 minutes ago, but I wanted to bring you in and at least say hello because you came late. But we really need to end the show. Do you have anything else that you really want to tell us right now? Tell me.
I don't think so. No, I don't have anything to say right now. Just thank you for the invitation. Kani, I think, sorry, Abdullah, he invites me to this meeting, so I'm really grateful. Thank you, Ms. Carla.
Oh, so you don't know Sana, you know Abdullah, right?
Yeah.
Okay. I really want you to come on Sunday. I think you'll like it more because there'll be kids your age who come.
That sounds good, really good. Thank you.
Okay. And Sadiq, if you have a very, very quick question, I'd like to hear it and I'll answer it, but it needs to be very quick.
Thank you so much, Carla. I have a question for Kyra. I just want her to please type the name of that book so that we can also have this, and if we can, we will translate it. If she can, please.
Okay.
Okay, this is in Spanish, and I'm going to write it also in English. El Caballero.
And I don't think he understands Spanish, so you'll need to talk to her at a later time about it. Okay? Or talk to Abdullah, he may be able to help you get in touch with her. Having said that, we do need to end the show. I want to thank everyone who watched and everyone who was here talking. You all did a great job. And I will be back on Sunday for those people who are 20 years old and younger, except Huang and Sonia will be with me. And if Victor wants, I don't think Victor will want to come because he's doing a show with me before that. But anyway, we will see you on Sunday. And remember, practice speaking English. Don't worry about mistakes, just make them. That's how you learn. Can we all wave goodbye?
Bye.
Bye, everyone. See you Sunday.